Just another diamond day, just a blade of grass, just another bale of hay, and the horses pass. La 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 la. La 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 la. Just another field to plow, just a grain of wheat, just a sack of seed to sow, and the children eat. La 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 la. La 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 la. Just another life to live, just a word to say, just another love to give, and a diamond day. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Glowworms show the path we have to tread. Dreamers we should be asleep in bed, moving slowly through the springtime air, holding moments in the depth of care, holding moments in the depth of care. Whisper fairy stories till they're real. Wonder how the night could make us feel. Loving, living more with love to stay. Long past sadness that was in our way. Long past sadness that was in our way. Dawn time mist begins reflecting light. Waking sun will soon forget our night. Love me through the day and I'll with you go into summer and the next year's snow. Into summer and the next year's snow. In a lily pond I lay all upon a summer's day. Then I chased a dragonfly all across an ancient sky, falling with 1,000 stars down the Milky Way to Mars. Back again in time for day. In a lily pond I lay. La 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 la. Dun da da dun da dun da da dun da 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 da. The only house, down the Milky Way 2 miles, back again in time for a day, in a lily pond I lay. Morris Snail and Timothy Grub, Swanee and Blue and Emily Grub, decided one day to go into the wood and build them a house and live there if they could. And they stayed there a while in the trees and the rain, till one day 2 blue men said, "You're all insane, and to please not come here again." They had a green car called Happiness Runs. Friday comes and happiness runs out of petrol, and everyone gets out to push, and suddenly see through a gap in the bush a real caravan just like the one in their dreams. The gypsy doesn't want it, for nowadays it seems his home stays in one place and gleams. He told them that he had a horse down the lane. Saturday morning they went back again. He showed them a shed that was built out of tin. He opened the door and they all peered within, and there lying in straw was a horse black as night, with a star on her forehead and eyes full of light, and they all fell in love at first sight. They thought and they thought about having Black Bess. Timothy planted some mustard and cress. They lived in a cupboard and made it their home, and lay there and dreamed of the days when they'd roam up and down all the hills of the north countryside, with the dogs eating buttercups on the wayside, and they'd wave all the cities goodbye. The hound bays, the sheep graze. I'm counting the boats in the bay. As they float they seem to say, I'm counting the waves, I'm counting the waves. The men in the boats, they wave to their wives and say, I'm counting the hours, counting the hours, counting the hours in the day. I'm counting the gulls that sit on the waves, surrounding the boats in the bay. I'm counting the miles till we're there, where the sun and the rain and the snow fall on the seeds and make them grow, fall on the rocks and make them crack into pebbles and into sand, which is where I like to stand. The hound pays, the sheep graze. I'm counting the boats in the bay. As they float they seem to say, I'm counting the waves, I'm counting the waves. The men in the boats, they wave to their wives and say, I'm counting the hours, counting snow. Fall on the seeds and make them grow. Fall on the rocks and make them crack into pebbles and into sand, which is where I like to stand. And there's a sunset brimming over the sky, and there's a swallow teaching its young how to fly. Up on high, see how fast the summer passes by. There's an oak leaf turning green into brown, and there's a pine so proud of her evergreen gown. Looking down, see how fast the winter comes around. There's a rain cloud passing over our heads, and there's a cat on the doorstep waiting to be fed. Milk and bread is done, and now it's time for bed. I wish I had a window over the bay, and a black horse grazing on the green all day. I wish I had a well to draw my water from, and a warm log fire for when the summer is gone. I wish I had a window over the bay, and a flock of white sheep to watch from where I lay. I wish I had a little boat bobbing on the deep, and a big wooden table all laid out for tea. I wish I had a window over the bay, and a dreamy-eyed cow to fill my milking pail. I wish I had a cockerel to raise me at dawn, and a little bed to sleep in when the curtains are drawn. Rosehip November, autumn I'll remember. Cold landing at our door, catch one leaf and fortune will surround. happy as the shepherd, shepherdess and dog, father of the pastureland and mother of the The snow has snowed, now the grass has growed, and it's time that we were on the road. The mare is shod, the miles untrod between us and the land of God. We're on our way, and every day is another 10 miles and an apple of hay. Hey ho, the wind and the rain, it's another 10 miles and a bucket of grain. Come wind, come rain, we're off again. Our muddy boots blood down the lane. The snow has snowed, the grass has growed, and it's time that we were on the road. Hey ho, the wind and the rain, the passers by wave their arms and grin. La 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 da 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 da. Traveling towards a Hebridean sun, to build a white tower in our heads begun. The grass knows, the hills know, we all know spring has come, the good fountain flows. Each hooffall brings us nearer the land of peat and seabirds and silver sand. The grass knows, the hills know, we all know spring has come, the good fountain flows. The Rainbow River is a laughing stream down in a valley by a mountain that is pine tree tall. The Rainbow River has a small boy fishing with a worm and a jam jar by the waterfall. Don't make a sound, don't disturb the ground. The biggest fish you ever saw is around, and the Rainbow River gives a rainbow fish as one small boy goes running proudly to his mother's call. The stone-built farmhouse is a rough stone cottage hiding close against the hillside up a winding track. The stone-built farmhouse has a fair-haired farmer wearing wooden shoes and building up a new haystack. Run in the door, stand on the stone floor. The oven opens, there's the biggest loaf you ever saw. And the stone-built farmhouse gives a good, warm welcome as he sits down in his own chair with a Windsor back. The Magpie Meadow is a glowing evening color. Sun is setting quietly and the boy is tired. The Magpie Meadow has a sparrow hawk who hovers hanging on the wind, praying eagle hide. Sit by the lantern, watch as the years turn, slowly bringing truth for every child to learn. And the Magpie Meadow darkens gently, blue now as the family sit, their faces lit by ember fire. I love coming home from far across the sea. I pick my little wee wifey up and set her on my knee. See how my eldest boy has grown whilst I've been away. See, here's a boat I've whittled for thee, specially for thee. I thought of you every day. I love coming home from far across the sea and taking up my walking cane and passing through the trees. I wander on the hillside, the doggy at my heel. The bracken waves are welcome to me. Where have you been? We've missed you a great deal. I love coming home from far across the sea. I pick my little wee wifey up and set her on my knee. Da 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 da, da 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 da. Jog along Bess, hop along May, squeak along Blue, it's a walk along day. It's a long road and weary are we, bubble on kettle and make us all some tea. Once there was a gypsy man selling flowers from a baker's van. Bess, she pulled him round the town, pulled her wagon all old and brown, till one day we took her away, painted her wagon bright and gay. Now she finds she's travelling north, no more wandering back and forth. Jog along Bess, hop along May, squeak along Blue, it's a walk along day. It's a long road and weary are we, bubble on kettle and make us all some tea. Once there was an Afghan hound, loved by no one and pushed around, tied up in a stable yard, tangled and timid and howling hard, till one day we took her away. We called her Magog, shortened to May. She had her paw, made it sore, now she runs on 3 legs instead of 4. Jog along Bess, hop along May, squeak along Blue, it's a walk along day. It's a long road and weary are we, bubble on kettle and make us all some tea. There lived a dog in London town, with one ear up and the other ear down. The neighbors said he mustn't bark, the only cross he knew was in Hyde Park, till one day we took him away. Now Blue bounces through fields of hay, but he sits and squeals like a squeaky wheel when the wheels are rolling. That's how he feels. Jog along Bess, hop along May, squeak along Blue, it's a walk along day. It's a long road and weary are we, bubble on kettle and make us all some tea. Little green wagon in a deep blue sky, wheels like dandelions passing by, with a picture by Sam, a painting by John, and a bonny black horse to lead you along. Lucky green wagon, you were raggedy brown, now there is red at the hem of your gown. And we brought you a pumpkin, brought you a mouse, we wished very hard and you gave us a house. Jog along Bess, hop along May, squeak along Blue, it's a walk along day. It's a long road and weary are we, move along kettle and make some tea. Make some tea. I climbed the peaks of glass with you, and walked a world of brass with you, and gladly left the glaring streets to share a bed of grass with you. You made the elder burn for me, and cut the bird-felt thorn for me, and through the ripening summer days you bade the white road turn for me. Avi famous murochaun, a maden hula Johanna, Shebvian lumach suritach, son gulas kjolna klasa. I rode the dark green deep with you, and drove our dreams like sheep with you. And now, my love, please let me cross brown boundaries of sleep with you. I I'd like to rearrange your attitude to me. You say you just want peace and to never hurt anyone. You see the end before the beginning has ever begun. I would disturb your easy tranquility. I'd turn away the sad impossibility of your smile. I'd sit there in the sun of the things I like about you. I'd sing my songs and find out just what they mean to you. But most of all, I'd like you to be unaware. And I'd just wander away, trailing palm leaves behind me, so you don't even know that I've been there. Winter is blue, living is gone. Summer just sleeping, in spring they'll go on. All love is dead, nothing but crying. Love will not find even one more new morning. Why must I stay here? Rain comes, I'm sitting here, watching love moving away into yesterday. Winter is blue, everything's leaving. Fires are now burning, and life has no reason. I am alone, waiting for nothing. If my heart freezes, I won't feel the breaking. Why must I stay here? Rain comes, I'm sitting here, watching love moving away into yesterday. I climbed the peaks of glass with you and walked a world of brass with you, and gladly left the glaring streets to share a better